doing tonight? Thanks for coming to hang out with me. It's Who You With Wednesdays. Just a makeup show from yesterday. Um, Give me a few seconds so I can share this out.
Peace and abundance, peace and abundance. Oh yeah, peace and abundance, peace and abundance. Who you with Wednesdays with Empress Star should take you far no matter where you are. We're gonna go share it out, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm the co-host Cosmo UV. This the makeup show. We gonna see how it go and how she wanna flow. She got you. We gonna share this out. We gonna see what it's all about. Just sit back, cool out, get your wine. Everything gonna be fine. We gonna see what's on your mind. Chill out. We gonna share. We'll be back. Peace. We'll be back. Hang in there.
All right, all right, all right. What's up? What's up? What's up? We're back and we're in full effect. Tonight we're going to be talking about how the melanated masculine feminine versus the hyper masculine feminine compare. We're going to talk about how they compare and how we can work together to blend those energies together. All right. So first, the comparison between a melanated masculine feminine and a hyper masculine feminine is deep and nuanced, especially when viewed through the lens of culture. spiritually, spirituality, identity, and relationship dynamics. Here's a breakdown to help understand how they compare. I'm sorry, excuse me. All right, so the definition and essence of a masculine feminine, which is the balanced energy. A melanated masculine feminine woman is one who is balanced, who balances her masculine traits like structure, leadership, and logic with her feminine traits, intuition, softness, and nurturing. She's grounded for her identity as a melanated black or indigenous woman. Women of women and honors ancestral wisdom, spiritual awareness, cultural pride. She embodies confidence without dominance, leadership with love, independence with openness, a sacred blend of warrior healer energy. The hypermasculine feminine is a woman who leans too heavily into her masculine traits, often as a response to trauma, survival, or societal pressure. She may suppress her softness or reject familiarity altogether, often to protect herself or assert control in a world that may have tried to dominate her. She embodies um, over assertiveness, control and defensiveness, emotional suppression, a drive for dominance or competition, even in romantic spaces. Um, the energies, one of them is rooted and the other one is reactive. All right, sorry about that technical difficulty. I'm back. All right, so we were talking about the rooted versus reactive energy. The masculine feminine, which is the rooted energy, her masculinity is intentional and sacred. It's rooted in purpose, heritage, and spiritual alignment. She chooses when to lead and when to surrender, guided by wisdom. But the hyper masculine feminine, she has reactive energy. Her masculinity is often a reaction to pain, abandonment, patriarchy, or the need to survive. It's more about protection than connection. So, what's the difference uh, of the two energies in relationship? With the masculine feminine, she supports and complements a masculine partner, open to emotional intimacy, navigates leadership roles, and balance with mutual respect. She has a soft power. She uses intuition and clarity, not force. On the other hand, the hyper masculine feminine struggles with submission or vulnerability. Um, she can unintentionally emasculate her partner, might even view emotional needs as weakness, and struggles with letting others lead. And in spiritual connections, the masculine feminine honors both divine feminine and masculine energies that are within. They also may practice rituals, ancestral venerations, womb healings, and etc. On the other hand, the hypermasculine feminine, they may feel disconnected from spiritual femininity, often prioritizing external achievement over inner healing, or emotional growth. Here are a few examples, not stereotypes. With the masculine feminine, she's collaborative, she's vision driven, expressed with intention, balanced, introspective, harmonizing, and nurturing. Um, she has purpose plus spirit. And the hypermasculine feminine, they're controlling, overly assertive, seen as a threat or weakness. They're guarded and suppressed. They're competitive, distrustful, and they focus more on power and protection instead of their purpose and spirit. All right, so here are a few cultural factors. Many melanated women have been forced into hypermasculine roles due to single parent household dynamics, lack of emotional safety, societal devaluation of feminine softness, and generational trauma. Healing and rebalancing towards the masculine feminine archetype often requires inner child work, ancestral healing, and community support. The melanated masculine feminine is not less strong. She's more strategically powerful. She's soft when it's safe, strong when it's needed, and aligned with her divine calling. Hypermasculinity, on the other hand, is often a shield, but not the soul. So, how can we work together to empower each other? When the melanated masculine feminine and the hypermasculine feminine come together intentionally, they can be powerful mirrors and allies for each other's growth and healing. Instead of judging or clashing, they can balance, empower, and activate each other in meaningful ways. Here's a few examples of how we should all work together. We should share our experiences, which will give us a deep understanding. Both archetypes often arise from the same cultural and generational wounds: survival, abandonment, injustice, and pressures to carry everything, just to name a few. And this shared pain creates a sacred space for compassion and reflection, a language of sisterhood rooted in lived experience, a deeper capacity to hold space without judgment. When we sit together, walls can come down. So when we put these two energies together, it'll mirror each other and it'll balance out the energy. The role of the masculine feminine, and what she offers. She teaches balance, vulnerability, and intentional strength. The hypermasculine feminine teaches resilience, protection, and drive. So when you just mend them together, everything will be in perfect alignment because they help each other reclaim lost parts. One offers tenderness and the other offers tenacity. And that'll give you an opportunity to start opening up healing service circles, so you can start having safe conversations. When they form these safe spaces, which I have formed, um, it's called Sacred Space, which is going to be on Mondays. The co-host is Sky Lotus, and we're going to be opening up the floor. We have two more openings for a host. We're going to be It's going to be a space where you can talk about everything sacred, so we can start to heal, and come together, so we can start to get out of the matrix, more or less. So when we form these safe spaces, whether it's sisterhood circles, one-on-one conversations, or creative collaborations, we can deconstruct toxic narratives like "I don't need anyone" or "softness this week." We can share tools for healing the inner child and ancestral pain. We can uplift each other spiritually and emotionally. And we definitely need that. One may say, it's okay to cry. The other may say, get up, you got this. but both are medicine. One thing we need to do is collaborate over competition. The hypermasculine feminine energy may see other strong women as competition. The masculine feminine model teaches collaboration and collective power. Together we can co-lead businesses, movements, or healing space. Mentor younger, melanated women into whole womanhood, shift generational patterns from survival mode to sacred sovereignty. Basically, build legacy, not just hustling. It's going to lead to spiritual activation. The balanced masculine feminine often holds this. Masculine feminine often holds ancestral, spiritual, or womb wisdom. The hypermasculine feminine, once she begins to soften, becomes a spiritual warrior, deeply powerful when awakened. Together, we can do spiritual work to release masculine overdrive and reclaim feminine essence. We should use sacred tools such as journaling, herbs, movement, prayer, and yoni healing. We need to support each other and so remember it. One channel, one execute, both rise. Once again, that's one channel, one execute, and we all rise. It's time for us to start choosing sisterhood over isolation. The hypermasculine feminine is often lonely. It's a do-it-all-alone energy. The balanced feminine says, you don't have to carry it all. Let me walk with you. True sisterhood breaks down survival walls and invites both women into their whole integrated selves. So imagine this. One woman carries the torch. The other fans the flame. One lays down her sword. The other picks up the drum. They move in rhythm, not competition. Together they heal nations. Together they are unstoppable. And now I just have a few affirmations that can help integrate both of those energies. All right. I'm going to take a drink of my tea and I'm going to come back and read these affirmations for you. Thank you once again for sharing your energy with me, letting me be in your space right now. Here are the few affirmations so that you can bring those two energies together. I am not either or, I am both. I am softness, I am. My softness is a strategy. My strength is sacred. I lead with grace and stand in fire. I release survival and choose wholeness. My masculine serves my feminine. My feminine awakens my power. I trust other women. I trust myself. I call all parts of me home: leader, lover, warrior, and healer. The one who pushed through and the one who pauses, both are me. I release the war within myself and rise in sacred balance. My drive is divine. My rest is revolutionary. No part of me is too much. No part of me is not enough. I am soft without surrendering my boundaries. My tenderness is faced with wisdom and power. I allow my heart to speak and my hands to act in harmony. I am free to cry, free to conquer, and free to just be. There is strength in my stillness and power in my presence. I no longer hustle for worth. I am already whole. The masculine, the masculine in my, the masculine in me protects the feminine in me creates. I no longer fear vulnerability. It is my sacred doorway. My divine feminine leads with trust. My divine masculine moves with clarity. I am my own home, structured and scarred, fierce and fluid. I heal the warrior women before me by laying down the armors they cannot. I honor every black woman who had to be strong by giving myself permission to be soft. I walk with the wisdom of those who carried burdens, and now I carry purpose. Their survival made my balance possible. I rise in their name. I am the healed version of what they were forced to become. So speak these aloud each morning or during a mirror ritual. Write them down in your journal or on sticky notes around your home. Repeat during meditation with your hand on your heart or even on your womb. Repeat that during meditation or in the rising with your hand over your heart or on your womb. And also, let your friends know, let your family know, let the women close to you know about these affirmations so they can repeat them as well. Once again, thank you so much for joining me on Who You With Wednesdays, the makeup show.
Okay. Who you with makeup Wednesdays? You know what I mean? Who you with makeup Wednesdays? You know what I mean? Empress Star should take you far no matter where you are. All right, so like you said, sacred space become that moon day. So just make sure, you know what I'm saying, tuning in or locking in with that next moon day, you know what I mean? The co-host Sky Lotus. So make sure you link in all the ladies. There's people, two my panel members, co-founders, etc. So y'all can move from there and go from there. So peace and abundance. And guess what?